Hello, everyone, and I just want to say a very belated and happy birthday to Harrison Ford. Some would say we're one and the same. We've got Chris Fisk here tonight. How you doing, pal?
Doing better than the Resident Evil series.
Oh, we'll get into that. Tommy, how you doing, brother?
Excerpts from Rorschach's journal. Was on Twitter today looking at stupid people. Must keep an eye on this situation. Eventually will nibble off all toes. There is no hope and there is no escape from the guinea pig collective.
And we also have Tina Bojan in the house. How you doing, Tina?
Hey.
Hello, all you beautiful people. It is so good to not be thinking about spreadsheets right now. Thanks for playing.
Tina, how dare you? What about beautiful pigs?
I am very sorry. I apologize. You're right. I am discriminating against the pig, and my cockatoo is currently looking at me sideways, so he's upset.
Oh, shit. That was great. Let me say a quick hello to everybody. We got Chris Fisk was the first one in today. He was waving hello to Draven. Oh no, actually Draven was the first one.
Yeah,
it didn't catch on this side.
I misspelled his name. Sorry.
Yeah, man. We got David Feed in the house. How you doing, brother? Angelus.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Lasso. Yeah, she couldn't make it today, but she's gonna try to be here next week, which is great. I hope everything's going well with you. But yeah, holy crap. What's been going on with the Resident Evil franchise is something else.
All I gotta say about that is, I
got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, it's inconceivable. So I know what this was going to be. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah,
I put out a checklist of what Netflix had, and their checklist, everything was hit on that. And it was hilarious. I put that over on the Twitter universe, and they all start, not all of them, but just a handful of them were trying to stir shit up with alt-right nonsense and all kinds of stupidity. And yeah, oh, dude, it was hilarious.
Alt-right? Okay.
Yeah, alt-right.
What does that have to do with the bastardization of a video game property?
Exactly. I guess they got very triggered because the list that I put out there started with Black Wesker / Black female lead. Check. Vegan PETA references. Check. Gay characters. Check. Diversity characters. Check. School bullying. Check. Stupid and edgy teen /
evil white men.
Check. Yeah. No, not only evil white men, but it was white people are dumb, and all white people are evil. Check. Dog shit stories set in the future with flashbacks. Check. And that triggered a handful of people, which was pretty hilarious.
Well, you know what? Yeah. I want to just say this real quick, though. Alt-right, alt-left. They are the goddamn dumbest terms I think I have ever heard of.
I know.
Alt, meaning alternative. Alternate, meaning something different than what it is. So if you are alt-right, are they trying to say that you are left? I didn't even know what they're saying at this point.
No. It's just catchphrases. It's just buzzwords to scare people and make lazy people latch onto things. Remember when they invented terms like incel? Mm-hmm. They invent these terms, demonize the terms, and then label anybody they dislike those terms.
Right. And here's one of the people who always gets attacked by them, but he also attacks himself.
I'm kind of retarded. That man's a threat to this country.
And that's exactly it. That means a threat to this country. This is how they act and respond. These people are real special. But much like the Resident Evil franchise, there's a lot of special people that were in this. And I watched the first episode, and holy shit, talk about cringe. Wow. Yeah. So we have our main character. Now, this woman, I've seen her before. Mm-hmm. She's attractive enough. She's all right. But in this particular incarnation of Resident Evil, they made sure to hit the check boxes with this character as well. So they did the famous kind of lesbian weird haircut.
Mental illness haircut.
Yes, mental illness all the way. With that gap between her teeth, I could not get over. Every time she opened her mouth, it's like all I saw was Mike Tyson. So that's what we have here.
I was ever that.
My husband referred to her as Stacey Abrams.
Oh no!
Holy crap! Maybe I should pull this up as well.
No, I have not watched this series, but I've been watching the fireworks from afar, and it's hilarious. I actually canceled my Netflix right after Stranger Things concluded, and then RJ from Critical Blast posted like some reply where he's like, "What the hell is this, a musical?" And it was like this video, and I shit you not, it was like this woman just gets up and starts singing and dancing and stuff, and like, this is Resident Evil? I don't remember that from any of the games.
Are you kidding me? Wow. All right. So yeah, this is the female we're talking about. Every one of her expressions. That's a small one. All right. Every one of her expressions
Confused.
was just like, yeah, and then that's it throughout that whole episode from what I've seen. So apparently it's set in the future. It's all right. So we're taking it out of Raccoon City completely. It starts off in 2036 for some stupid reason, with flashbacks to 2022. And so I don't know why they're there, but these are the other two characters, not the Winchesters, but these two. We follow these two. So it's the younger version of Gabby.
They're the
here.
Whammon Winchesters.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably watch it if it had the Winchesters. To be honest.
Wouldn't that be the Whamchesters?
That's ma'am.
So apparently these two are sisters, and their father is Black Albert Wesker. Now this is what triggered a lot of people because they got upset that this was called out. Now, excuse me, this guy's a great actor. I love him.
Yeah, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, in the John Wick series, he's great. This is not Albert Wesker.
No. Hello.
This is a totally different character who they given the name of Albert Wesker. Wesker does not have two daughters, and he's not a stay-at-home dad or anything like that on any feature. That's what they were coming at us with, and he moonlights over in the Resident Evil facility of somewhat. Very stupid situation. We have this woman here who's apparently the evil corporation head person who she just happens to be a lesbian. It's there for the sake of it. You know, nothing that's natural to storytelling on any level. It's literally, hey, here's an evil female who happens to be white, but guess what? She's also a lesbian. Girl power.
I like fish.
Yeah. Is that because the lesbians said they refused to suck female dongs? Is that why they're the evil now?
It's possible.
No, that's the singer too. That was the chick that stood up and started singing. Like, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's the one that started singing out of the blue?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, wonderful. Listen, Resident Evil is supposed to be survival horror. That's the theme of it. Not an open world filled with zombies. Oh, guess what? They aren't zombies anymore. So apparently, Black Wesker's daughter, Gappy, Gappy is studying the transformation and mutation of the virus, apparently. So she's in the future. She's away from her family. She did like a Skype call or something to her daughter and what looked like a Pakistani husband or something. I don't know. But so more diversity. We need more diversity. You know this, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, screw white people.
Mr. Jewish Korean. We need more diversity.
Yeah, I know.
You evil, toxic.
Yeah. Apparently I'm a white supremacist people.
Yeah, so she gets out of her little tent, and it's like in the middle of nowhere, some kind of business district thing or something. It's completely like it's all empty. It almost looks like the Will Smith movie, the one they screwed up, the one with the zombies, which weren't zombies either. Anyway, it looks like it's all empty like that, right? So she has a little rabbit in her hand. She punctures a hole on it, so the blood's coming out, and she puts them on the floor. And for some reason, the rabbit doesn't run away. But she's going, I'm going to study this. I'm going to see if there's going to be any changes. So all of a sudden, like I look like out of like a old subway kind of station. They start coming up the escalators or something. And there's like a horde of zombies who don't even look like zombies. They just have like pustule shit on their face. and they're not even like decaying or anything. It's cheap.
What?
Bad makeup and everything. Right. So they come out and it's like they're smelling the rabbit. So then they get a whiff of it and they start to chase the rabbit. Now, as again, the rabbit's not chained down or anything. It runs away. Didn't run away when she put it down, but when they came, it started running. So they started chasing it a little bit. So in the middle of that nonsense, oh, we got Tony in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey, Tony.
I am legend.
That's it. I am legend. Thank you.
Well, you know what, Vinny, from the talk of everything you're saying, why would they even go with pustules? Why wouldn't they just make everybody who's infected white?
Yeah, just a bunch of evil white people.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny you say that. The majority of them were white. So
Crack up.
we got another box checked off. So they're trying to chase this rabbit, and she's like narrating, going, "Oh, like she's not phased by them. They're maybe 20 feet away or something." And she's sitting down and she's going, "Oh, my recording for today. Essentially, it's the same thing. They can't see the virus didn't mutate yet. Like it's another boring Saturday. Like that's kind of how she was coming off, right? So apparently now these zombies, so they're blind, and their only sense, it seems to be smell, and they can smell blood. So she goes to stand up and she cuts her arm on something, and then she puts on one of the many faces we've seen her put on already. And they all look at her and start running top speed in her direction. Again, zombies running top speed. You know, that's just the classic.
Oh God!
No.
Imagine what that time of the month must do. Holy shit!
That's right?
Is
like that Russian polar bear?
Valentine?
That's a really good question. Have they ever addressed that in a zombie movie?
I don't think so.
Like,
It doesn't sound familiar.
Who is she supposed to be?
She is supposed to be Albert Wesker's daughter, and Albert Wesker is now a black man.
Dude, I don't know how Lance Broyles is got mixed up in this, man. That guy is an awesome actor. Like, he was Broyles in Fringe. Like, how do you go from that and then John Wick and all that stuff to this?
How and why? I don't know. I guess the paycheck was really good. That's all.
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
It's sad and ridiculous what they did to this franchise. But anyway, so she starts to run. Now, mind you, in this opening segment, she could have died at least, 5 times easily. So she runs and she trips, and she's getting near her little tent. And there's like a little perimeter thing set up. Like you see these little posts. So she gets tackled. One's on top of her. And for some reason, the rest of them aren't swarming her. You've seen how fast they were running, but they're still there. You can see them
just stop.
But none of them are dogpiling on her, which is hilarious.
God of War AI.
So she goes to kick one of them off and then rolls into the perimeter and hits a switch, and you see all this fire shoots out and burns all of them that are standing there. Okay.
Well, you know what's funny, Vinny? That picture right there, you could tell even the rat is saying, "I'm not buying this shit."
This demeans both of us.
So bad. But what is with this stupid hair with this little jerry curl? It's just everything annoyed me. Yeah, aesthetically, it was very, very upsetting. Now, if you're going to be in this situation,
a strong woman.
Yeah,
let me tell you something, Vinny. You could look at that haircut, and only one thing comes to mind: when you're a jet all the way.
You're tight.
I was thinking die, Rocky, die, but
what's up, Scotsman?
More or less, man. Yo, Scotsman, are you home or are you working? Because if you want to pop in, I could drop you a link, buddy. Just let me know.
If you're cooking on the grill, you're allowed up here.
Oh, he might be doing Sunday. He might be doing another one. So, we'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, it'll be a fun time. But yeah, so this nonsense. I mean, it just keeps getting more retarded. So as she gets up after the fire's all done, and it shoots out like this red shit as well to put out whatever. If anything's on fire, okay, whatever. They're still twitching on the floor, and she's walking around with her gap teeth, with her mouth open, and then the floor starts. Then the floor starts to rumble, And they did one of the worst features that were in a Resident Evil game ever, and it was from 3. They cut it out of the remake because they know it was stupid, and it was like a giant worm pops out of the ground, and she starts running at top speed. And the way that they shot it and how it's coming out of the ground, she would have been pulled under in 2 seconds. But she outruns it.
So they brought a sandworm to Resident Evil.
The spice.
Yeah, but it was painted in Jamaican colors.
Oh no, baby John.
Yeah. So she runs. She goes to hide under something, and they do a shot like this, where it's like an extreme close up, and you see in the background the worm. So you know it's going to happen. She gets pulled by the foot. So she gets pulled, and now she's in the air, and it tosses her and slams her so damn hard on a car. It dents the front of the car and breaks the windshield, and she's out cold. And instead of eating her immediately, it comes down in her face and it's growling and drooling at her for a good 10 seconds. And then all of a sudden you see machine gun fire. There's a group of people who shoot it and it dies and it falls on the floor. Wow. This was so poorly written, so poorly executed, made 0 sense. And then they take it to a compound that looks like something out of one of the Terminator movies, out of Salvation. If you remember that movie, there were just like a whole bunch of people that they herded into one place. I think it was the same set. It looked identical, and I'm like, what kind of dumb shit is this? It makes no sense whatsoever what they were doing. And then they keep having these stupid flashbacks to a teen drama, essentially. So, so that's it. And then we see her and her sister, the what we saw before, the Winchesters here. So the two of them, they're in South Africa, in this compound that's extra white. Everything is painted white, gleaming white. Just so if you haven't guessed yet, the Umbrella Corporation is evil because it's white.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And there's some foreshadowing here, too. If you could tell, someone has some white hair.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Evil sister betrayal.
It's like...
Got too much crack on her.
It's so bad. Seriously.
Does her voice get high pitched while her hair starts changing and her skin starts changing?
That was this one. Like she's listening to the floor, making sure that zombies are not doing anything. It's bad. It's really bad. Apparently, yeah. So they tried to incorporate. Someone else told me they tried to.
The Ganados.
Yeah, everything from I guess the original 4 games. Like they tried their hardest.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. None of it.
That's from the 4th game. Like that's from Spain. There's a very specific reason why that guy exists like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's from the village. Like
yeah.
Like what?
So, dude, it is so stupid. It is so damn stupid. And that fat guy I showed you before, he was behind Mike Tyson. I don't know why he's not there. This one, oh my God, this guy's introduction was beyond ridiculous. Remember, fat white guy, evil, looking for the Mike Tyson character. So his introduction, like he comes out of this vehicle and he's trying to look all badass. He starts to make 2 steps. He's walking down 2 steps and he like fumbles and kind of trips, and then he kind of composes himself, but like in the goofiest, dumbest kind of shit imaginable. Wow. Like, are you for real? I mean, everything that they did, it's like every white person was either some kind of just mentally challenged character or completely evil or both. And in this future fucking time period, there's a part she gets to safety or whatever, and there's like a little town, and she gets into someone's apartment. There's some fat white old lady with a bunch of cats. And apparently she has her husband locked in the bathroom, who, spoiler alert, is some kind of infected as well. And she's keeping him alive and feeding him the cats in the bathtub. And our character here, she had put on some kind of, like, she grabbed whatever was in this lady's apartment, like cereal boxes, and duct taped it to her arms. Because apparently the husband had a key in his pocket that she needed.
Wow, that's convenient.
Everything about this was like you got to really be mentally challenged to be enjoying it. Like, oh my god, this is such a great series. No, it's the opposite.
I don't know what you're talking about, Vinny. This was wonderful.
Somebody got leaked.
Super painful, like on every damn level. You know?
Are we talking
gay?
Are we talking back of a Volkswagen painful?
Yes. I would say so. Like, yeah. Here's the stupid scene. So, like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't show her with her arms all duct taped up.
With the cereal boxes.
It is bad. Yeah.
The poor man's Halloween costume. Some oatmeal canisters for arms.
This makes me appreciate that the rumors of a Legend of Zelda Netflix show were only rumors, because Nintendo's smart. They learned from the Super Mario Brothers movie and that original one in the 90s, and they played smart with their properties. So, I mean, the conversations fell through for some reason, negotiations. So, I love Resident Evil. Zelda's my all-time favorite franchise, but Resident Evil's definitely my top 3.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it hurts. Yeah, Resident Evil is one of my top ones. Again, I got a lot of influence from that as well, and I was into kind of that kind of science shit and these experiments kind of gone wrong and the evil corporations, like all that stuff. Like, I have good elements of my own shit in my own universe in City of Venus, but there's so much other stuff going on over here. It's just like we want to take the franchise title Resident Evil because everyone knows it's a brand and just destroy it. That's what they did.
They ripped his face off like Joker, put it over it. They're just a parody. This isn't Resident Evil.
No. And this character has like no weapons either. Like, she picks up a gun that has like maybe 1 or 2 bullets in it. Like, it's so stupid. And like, we have to show it. She's so strong. She's surviving all this either with dumb luck or with her bare hands. From what I've seen, she runs off of this place she was trying to escape into a crowd of zombies, and like she would have broken both of her legs and at least one arm trying to make this jump. And that's how like the first one ended.
Well,
so stupid.
Ever bounce off of a car, dent a car? You generally don't walk around afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here are the stupid zombies that they had in here. And again, it's like melty faces. It's melty faces and pus kind of filled.
Dirty white people. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any other like actual characters in here besides Wesker's daughter? Do you have Chris Redfield or Leon or Jill Valentine?
It's set in the year 2036 with flashbacks to our present day of 2022. And there's like reference that they make where it's not these aren't reanimated bodies, so they're not zombies. Apparently, it's sort of like COVID or AIDS is what they said during the show. This is what they said. Yeah, this is the extreme case of monkeypox. You're wrong. Yeah, it's really stupid shit. So apparently, Wesker is black. He has a black daughter and a half Asian daughter who she put the same face on. I want to know how like they hired this actress who's supposed to be the younger version. There's no gap here.
What happened? She get punched or something, and the teeth were
maybe she caught another virus between when she was like a teenager and an adult, and it spaced out all of her teeth.
I don't know.
That disease.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the same face of everybody that's gone out and watched any of the latest Marvel movies?
Yeah, that's the expression one would make seeing those. It's so stupid. And then they just throw these, from what I understood, because again, I stopped watching. Like they have like these random appearances of the monsters.
Oh, the liquor.
Yeah, so like they got the liquors. They have a giant spider. and I saw like a 30-second clip, and I'm like, fine, yeah, the monsters look fine. That's great.
You know, I want to correct you guys real quick. They don't call them lickers anymore. That's an outdated term. They're just called lesbians. Stop it.
Carpet cuisine connoisseurs.
When you're right, you're right. Listen, they enjoy eating fish. It's just, oh my god, is it stupid? So and from what I saw too, they make a sound of like a bullwhip cracking from when the tongues shoot out. So you whoosh, whoosh.
Simply irresistible.
Oh my god, just terrible. I don't know what that is, but yeah, again, all this stuff is just ridiculous. It's here. We're gonna take another franchise and shit all over it, and then you're supposed to like it. If you don't like it, you're a bigot. You're evil. You don't like black people, really? Because there's plenty of black people I know.
No, I feel bad for the black people in this.
Friends and family included, who are like, "Oh yeah, that looks fucking bad."
Yeah.
So yeah, get your little hoods and stick them up your ass. This show's terrible, and they ruined it yet again. And again, the Mila Jovovich movies sucked, but at least like the first one was good, and the second one had some decent parts to it.
Yeah,
and the rest of it was shit. But at least they had something to start with. When you take it out of Raccoon City completely and you base it in South Africa, and you make any white person who's in South Africa the devil, like what are you expecting? And even like the bully in high school who's tormenting the half Asian sister, she's like Indian or Pakistani or something, and it's so out of place. It makes no sense. And if you really want to get down to it, it looks like this character, Gappy, that's what I'm calling her. I don't remember her name.
Gappy.
Gappy, she started it. So her sister wouldn't strike back. So this one puts on a mascot of the raccoon, because you got to have, nods to the game, because that's what makes it authentic. She puts on
South Africa.
The mascot for the school. She puts on the helmet and she smashes the girl in the face while she's on the toilet in school, of the bully. And then what does she do? That's
how the plague started?
No. This is a catalyst of how all the bad shit started, right? So she does that, then takes the mascot head and everything and puts it in her sister's locker. Why would she want to train?
What a bitch.
Oh, yeah. This is what we're talking about when it comes down to mentally challenged people writing this script. Why would she implicate her own sister?
Wait. So Raccoon City is now in South Africa, even though the game starts with the narration of an American suburb, Raccoon City.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Chris, apparently they make reference to some kind of gas leak and the whole town blows up. They made some kind of reference to it. Yeah. So someone ate a lot of beans. But going back to how this all started, so apparently instead of saving her sister, she frames her sister. Okay.
Well, you know what? I have 2 younger sisters, and those bitches have stolen clothes, boyfriends.
Oh, damn!
So, you know what? I wouldn't have a problem framing the sisters.
Now, hold on. Tina, I see what you're saying here, and trust me, I have cousins who they're the devil incarnate. The worst people on the planet. Now, that's not what they represented these sisters as. They actually like each other. They're super close, and like I said,
just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Gappy wanted to protect her sister, and she wanted to strike back at the bully. Okay, why would you frame your sister then?
Yeah,
you're not feuding with her. You like her. You want to save her. Okay, so that right there, one of the biggest writing flaws. But because of this event, like the Asian one. She ends up visiting her father, Wesker, in the laboratory, because he wants to have a proper discussion with her and calm her down, all this crap or whatever. But she goes to the laboratory and she sees all these pets, all these rabbits and stuff that are in cages. And obviously, they're going to experiment on them. And she's a vegan, and she's like a PETA member.
Oh, no.
So because of this whole encounter, and she goes to visit her father there, that's what leads to it. So it's a chain of events that started with Gappy framing her own sister. Protecting her own sister, framing her own sister. So I get like it is so bad, none of it makes sense. So then the Asian one,
the Asian one.
The Asian one and Gappy. Oh, they call her Billy. That's because she's dressed like Billie Eilish, so they call her Billy. Apparently, like very creative in your writing. So they decide to break in. They steal their father's security code. They take his they have his voice recorded. So they want to take little moments from the game where you recorded the doctor's voice in the hospital and you play it. Well, that's what they tried to do. Nods to the game. Oh, we have our kudos points for the gamers. So they go there at night. There's no one there. There's no security. There's no nothing. This is Umbrella we're talking about. They would have cameras hidden everywhere. They would have security out the asshole. Nope, not in this lab. So
it's South Africa, though, so I can't blame them.
It's South Africa, yeah. It's totally different. They're over there at the Oprah school hurting children. Anyway. Yeah. So they break in. They use the father's voice. Oh, this is Albert Wesker or whatever. And oh, welcome, the computer says, and opens the doors. So they go into his office, and he's super predictable. He's super gullible. The daughters were saying, and they know his password. His password to everything is like Spock 21.
Oh God!
What? Like,
see, we're geeky.
Oh, it was beyond retarded.
This is like the Big Bang Theory of like GeekNet, you know.
Oh, it's so stupid. So this one, Gappy's looking at the computer while the other one is looking at to free these animals. There's a monkey in there, there's a rabbit, and there's a box by itself. And she walks over to the box and she uses a key card as the other one is breaking into the computer and finding out that some nefarious stuff has been going on. And as it's happening, the door unlocks. The door opens up, and right away, the Asian one, Billie Eilish, she takes a photo with her camera with the phone, and you see the flash, and it's one of the dogs, one of the Doberman Pinschers, who's all zombified, like completely, like he's all right. The CGI looked fine on him. Again, the monsters look fine, no problem with that. And so the two of them outrun this Doberman Pinscher that's right there on their asses. They hide in some kind of office thing that apparently has this in it for some stupid.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're doing marketing things. So their girls are hiding under this table. Again, no one's in here whatsoever. But because that door is open, there are alarms blaring. Everything is in red, and it's saying there's a leak. There's been a leak. Blah blah blah. Obviously, it's the dog. No one's coming. No one's there. And the girls are hiding underneath the table, and they go to get up, and they accidentally hit it, and this goes off, and it starts to sing and dance, and the dog comes back and pushes the door open and jumps on top of the table. Now, we're talking about a dog, first of all, has great sense of smell, would know exactly where they are. Two, it's a zombie dog, so they're definitely, it's heightened even more. But he's not going under the table, he's on top of the table. So they're like, shh, 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 and then jump scare, and the dog's head's right there instead of biting them right away. Okay. They run out into the hallway, and they can't leave. The doors are locked, and the dog jumps on top of Billie Eilish and bites her, and the Gappy hits it with the fire extinguisher until it's dead. So there's your January 6th moment.
Wait, so
fabricated.
So these heroes are literally the ones responsible for this entire outbreak?
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
Yep.
What a lesson.
That's what I got out of this piece of shit show.
You really want to sympathize with these characters.
Oh, right, don't you? So let's go over this moment. So again, remember, she kills the dog like the security guy who, oh wait, he didn't die from a fire extinguisher. They made sure to do that. So Gappy, one, she's responsible for framing her sister instead of saving her.
Getting her sister killed.
Her sister, well, yeah, she gets bit but doesn't die, apparently. The father so Wesker gets there, and they bring her into his office. And again, this is a place that should have medical supplies and stuff, you would assume, right? Because it's Umbrella. Yeah, nope.
Yep.
He takes his shirt and rips off part of his shirt and wraps it around his daughter. like wraps it around where she got
God,
bit
there's
like
bandages right there.
Yeah, she got like so he's got some dirty sweaty old shirt that
some
he just
bacteria.
that he tossed on, in South Africa. So we're all sweating there no matter what. Because of the heat. So
this show must really smell bad.
Oh, it's got to be awful. Oh yeah, because she sprayed herself with some kind of perfume in the beginning. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh no.
This show is like beyond like mentally challenged. Like if you're enjoying this, I think maybe you did get a lobotomy and you're like, oh yeah, the Bidens are great. But yeah, oh my God, it's just it feels insulting, completely insulting on every level. So so he takes his ripped up shirt, he wraps it around her, and he's like, oh yeah, but for some reason, and they didn't explain this. I don't know if it's explained later in the series. He's testing their blood, like on that first episode before any of this shit happens. Like he's taking samples of their blood, and then you see there's a segment where he's injecting himself, and it looks like with their blood. I don't understand it for any reason. Like, why are you doing that? Are you trying to promote drug use as well, or it's okay to share needles? Like, I don't understand it.
What does this have to do with Resident Evil again?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's wow. Like anger. I need that Madeline Kahn from Blazing Saddles. Not Blazing Saddles. From Young Frankenstein. She's like, anger.
Yeah.
Oh no, Clue. That's it, Clue. When she gets furious, she's like, flames. I feel flames.
God,
yeah,
that was such a good movie.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I always adored Madeline Kahn. I wanted to grow up to be her.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, is she the one that was in Scrooge?
Scrooge.
Oh no.
No, she wasn't in Scrooge.
No, okay. I'm thinking of someone else.
No.
Do the Google.
Madeline Kahn, she was in a bunch of Mel Brooks movies. She was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But oh my God, this doesn't even make any sense on any level. On any level, what a stupid series. And for some reason, like they showed the lesbian.
Love the characters.
Yeah, the evil
I'm the lesbian.
Where the hell is she? I don't know where she went. But yeah, the evil lesbian who's running the facility. For some reason, they just have to show her with her wife doing yoga with a goat on her back. No rhyme or reason to it. Just look, here's our villain, and she's a lesbian. And in case you didn't know, she's doing yoga with her wife. In case you didn't know she was a lesbian. Like, there's nothing natural about that on any level. Now, if you want to tell a fucking good story and you want to have your characters just be gay or whatever, there's different ways of doing it where it's just not forced down your throat. Well, and this is not the way to do it, and it makes no sense. Like, who cares? I don't care if she's straight, gay, if she's into horses. I don't care. Does it affect the story? No. Well, then why do you need to force it down anyone's throat?
Well, not only that, but dude, like the numbers show that even gay people don't really want to sit there and watch like all gay content. Like, there used to be a channel called Logo. And it lost money and went off the air because there weren't enough people watching it. So why would they think that turning all of our mainstream media into Logo is a good financial decision if 3% of your population can't even sustain the channel? Like,
I couldn't tell you.
Like, this is bad.
Oh, it's beyond bad. It's beyond bad. And like I said, in this facility, there were no guards who came. No nothing. Wesker wipes up the computers or whatever, and he tells him to go home. He's like, what? She has to go to a hospital. Take her home. Oh, okay. What? It's so bad. It's insulting. It's truly insulting. Give me proper zombies again. Give me, the stuff that you need. This was not Resident Evil.
No, this looks like they probably had another show idea. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like do you remember Super Mario Brothers 2 in the United States when that game came out, and it wasn't Super Mario Brothers? It was that Yumiko
Doki Panic.
Yeah. When that came out, it basically what they did was they just took an existing game and slapped the Mario property over it. That's kind of what this looks like, because I'm not even seeing any coherent, like any links whatsoever to Resident Evil. Like no Raccoon City, no Leon S. Kennedy, no Chris Redfield, like no. And Wesker's a black guy. Like that's not even remotely. Like
no, he's not. He's. I don't know what they did, but they just more insulting than that Welcome to Raccoon City, like the last shitty movie that came out.
That's a feat.
Yeah, and that was really bad. That's what they turned Jill black and made her like a psycho. Like that's not the character, not at any level. If you want to change your skin color, whatever, who cares? But you completely change the character on every possible level. Like she's pointing a gun at the guy who they ended up turning into Leon as well in that stupid movie. Like, I ripped that thing to shreds.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if that stream's still up because
the Fauci one.
I Fauci covered it in a couple of different ways, but I don't remember if I still have it up because Mama Susan was upset that I mentioned viruses and stuff. It was a little too close to certain pandemics.
Well, the only virus I can see of that's posing a big danger to us is Marxism, the mind virus.
Yeah.
Look at what it's done to us. Holy crap.
Yep. And that's it. And they designed this show that so people could be angry at one another or have this stupid fights online that mean nothing, because that's what it is. It's stupidity. If you're defending this, like, you need to get your head checked. Oh yeah, that's one of the people who were trying to pick a fight with me. Like literally, I went, "Well, have at it. If you enjoy it, go ahead. I'm not watching this trash." Oh, I have zero interest. If you have zero interest, why are you commenting on my thing? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like I've been a fan of Resident Evil from day one, and this is not Resident Evil. This is shit.
I'm surprised that the cast is so unknown. I mean, other than Wesker, the other actors are nobodies.
Yeah,
I don't know how Lance got involved in this.
Well, maybe that's it. They couldn't get anyone else. I'm like, are you willing to do it? We'll give you a lot of money. He's like, sure.
Damn, the mighty have fallen.
He's like, I'm gonna buy a new house.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, right here, this is Resident Evil right there. The remake games hit a home run. 2 and 3 were amazing. The remake of the first game was spectacular.
Even Resident Evil 0 was good.
Zero was fantastic too. Now, there's so many different directions you could have gone with this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, all right. If you started the series with that, with Rebecca Chambers,
that would have been awesome.
From 0, and then you bring
on the train.
With Billy and all that.
Yeah,
and then you bring it to the mansion in season 2. That would throw people. There's a curveball for you, and you pepper in those elements of Wesker. Because that's what he was in 0 from behind the scenes. She never encountered him. And that's how it should be. That's the character is pure evil. You could get in that whole background as well of, he was like, kind of hand-picked super genius. They put him in this school and all that. Like, you could go into the backstory of these other characters and really develop them more. And because he helped create some of the monsters and shit, like the hunters. Like that was all put into that 0 game. So they gave you more background. Well, number 1, consult with Capcom. Right there. And none of these companies none of these movie houses and places are doing that. They completely bypass it. They're the owners, they're the creators. Why don't you consult with them and then actually give us something we want?
Yeah, Capcom really needs to be a little more protective over their properties. I mean, obviously, like as Tony had mentioned, Nintendo's extremely protective after what they did to the Super Mario Brothers movie. I don't see this ending well for Capcom. I see it damaging the brand by allowing Netflix and other companies. I mean, look at Sega. Like they're all but gone now. Like their big arcade in Tokyo is gone. Like Sega is no more essentially. And I think a lot of that had to do with because they outsourced their games to shitty publishers. Yeah. And they made awful games. And they're doing the same thing to Capcom's movie property or game properties in the movies.
They're just selling off the license. It doesn't matter to them. It's so bizarre. But here's the thing though too. It hurts the franchise, but then you know what it does? It pushes people to get the remake games, because now they're doing the remake of the 4th game, and they
Oh,
showed
yeah.
a trailer that looks incredible. And once that's done, people they've been crying for it, and they want a Code Veronica remake.
Mhm.
And yes, give us a remake of that, because that game was so
Claire
freaking
Redfield.
good. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, and you have the perfect model from what they had with the remake game anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this version of Claire is fantastic. Again, they use this model for the Leon in the 4th game. They just they gave him a different look. That's all. But it's the same kind of face and everything. I'm sure it's the same people doing the motion capture and all that shit. That's usually how they operate. But yeah, you have gold here. Continue with that. No, these people, we'll keep doing shitty no name characters. Someone even pointed out there was the Outbreak game. They showed like these random survivors from Raccoon City. They did 2 games on that. I only played the first one. At the time I didn't have, I couldn't get my hands on the second one. I was working too much and all that. But I enjoyed the shit out of that first one. And you get all these different scenarios and stuff. You can follow other characters in Raccoon City, how they survived, who died, who lived. You could play around with that kind of stuff, and you could build again the franchise in a better way. You could start to add in some of the main characters and then pivot to them. There's so many different directions you could do and make it work, but no, they just let's completely, we're gonna eradicate what was already done. Raccoon City doesn't exist anymore. We're going to put it in present day. This is a new Raccoon City in South Africa. It's not even a proper virus. And they almost, the way that like this Wesker was acting is as if he doesn't know anything about the T virus, or there were no zombies beforehand. And that's the way that's the impression that I got from watching that first episode.
Oh no. Shit. Did you say T virus?
No, Lasso. I no. If you want to punish yourself and watch it, that's up to you.
He's not a masochist.
No, I'm staying clear of it. I know ETEP. He punished himself a lot with Batwoman, but he even had his limit with another series too. He's like, no, I ain't watching that shit. But we got him to watch some good stuff. We got him to watch The Boys. There's something else he was watching too. But yeah, that's it. We need to starve the shitty properties and these shitty streaming services when they put out garbage. We'll support the good stuff, but the bad stuff, they can suck it. Yeah. So yeah, give us proper Resident Evil again, you sons of bitches. Zombies should not be running top speed. Oh wait, I forgot. They're not zombies. They're infected.
So stupid.
Yeah, it is.
They just in Resident Evil 8, they like really fleshed everything out, like how the mansion happened in the first place and how the virus happened in the first place. And it was really good how it all kind of comes together. And you'd think that'd be the perfect template for them to make a show off of. I mean, there's a lot of material there. You can go on YouTube and search for the complete chronological lore of Resident Evil. And I mean, these videos are like an hour and a half long of these people just trying to tell you how it started and up to the point where we're at now. And that'd be a lot of material for a TV show. But
yeah, and see, I guess I was more of a purist too. Like I couldn't get into the 7 and 8. They threw me off first of all with first person. That alone turned me off. But yeah, when I saw kind of some of the shit that they were doing in those games, like 7, I know you need to see 8 as well, or what was happening in 8, but 7 looked like a clusterfuck. Made no sense. No zombies. It was just white trash family. It looked like something out of a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not Resident Evil. So, and even for like with Las Plagas, the cult thing that they did, like I stretched it a little bit on that one because the game was so much fun. But yeah, let's get back to the proper viruses and monsters. Like I want to see a proper nemesis like this design. Put that in a damn show or a movie. Give us Type 2 when his jacket got all burnt off and he had like all those tendrils hanging off of him. Like that shit was cool. They kind of sort of did it in that third Mila Jovovich movie at the end. that doctor, like that looked cool that they actually had a tyrant. But Scotsman for $2. Not okay. All right, we'll give it to you.
Not okay.
Thank you, Scotsman. But yeah, Robert Loggia, God bless him. Absolutely, man. It's not okay what they did to this. But yeah, I don't know what this is, what they put here. I didn't see this person's thing, but yeah, I'd rather them adapt that, but I don't think they're going to do that. It's probably some kind of old footage anyway.
Do you mind me showing you guys a series coming soon based off of a video game that actually does look good?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
Right.
let's see.
Netflix's Mega Man.
They're doing a Mega Man?
Nailed it.
We was robots and shit.
He only points his cannon at pregnant women and he's looking for fentanyl.
Breathing interrupted. Cannot breathe. Cannot breathe. Cannot breathe.
Hey, baby, you got fentanyl?
Oh, baby, I need fentanyl. Recharge levels low.
I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie either.
Well, he just puts his wife in there to show her tits to everybody. It's like, come on, like,
please. I saw that teaser for the Monsters. That looks so bad.
Yeah, it does.
It's awful, man.
You know,
When it
they did
comes to
a.
Hey, Spam, what's up? I'm sorry, go ahead.
We have traffic jam.
I was just saying that when it comes to the wife, if you got it, you flaunt it.
Yeah, but it's in everything. It's like, okay, like Mr. Skin probably just has an entire section devoted to. They just call it Rob Zombie's wife.
Well, everything has this 1970s white trash aesthetic to it. Everything that he does.
Yeah,
it's like his regular look. You know, he looks like he just rolled out of some kind
white
of
dude with dreads.
Yeah, like camping trip, all dirty and shit, and put on sandals. Hey, man. Yeah.
You look like you smell bad.
Yeah, that's it. He's just a filthy looking person. But all of his movies have that same aesthetic. And I used to like his music, but then everything became the same shit.
Yeah.
Everything's dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
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 Game through the ditches. Like, all right, damn.
Now hold on 1 second. We'll get back to Resident Evil just for this one moment. Look how gorgeous she actually looks.
Oh yeah,
that's Gappy. Look how beautiful she actually is. Why did they make her look so unappealing and unattractive on that show? I don't get it.
Because they don't want the male gaze. I mean, come on, they got the carpet munching scene. I mean, they don't want people to be like, look at what they did in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly Marie Tran, who's a gorgeous woman, and they turned her into that stupid hair. Like,
they're trying to make them look like the Twitter crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Now, on the other hand, like look at her, like this. She looks freaky. She looks weird. Something's wrong with her face. That is not appealing to me. That is not Jill. That's Jill. Again, this is like
she looks like Prince.
You must be.
Yeah.
I heard she plays great basketball.
Computer 42.
It's just terrible. Yeah, here's the.
Yeah, see, that's the singing scene.
Oh, this is the singing scene?
I think so. Yeah, she just gets up out of a chair and starts singing. And the main character, Gappy's like, what the hell am I looking at?
Claire Redfield.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What did they do to this shit? She's so upset. Even the Umbrella logo looks like shit, too, in this stupid series. Like, it's not even done properly.
Nope.
It's.
I wonder if it was added in post, like I was saying, the Doki Doki Panic thing. You may call your umbrella. Just added it in.
What do they call Biohazard or something in
Japan? It's in Japan and elsewhere it's Biohazard, and then in the United States it's Resident Evil because of the name was already taken.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I think it's the band. Yeah.
Well, and look at Resident Evil 5. Like that game was so much fun. They set it in Africa. You had one of the characters you could play as is Black Lead. It was great.
Shiva,
Shiva was great.
And dude, they caught so much shit for that. Do you remember like when that game came out? I remember Kotaku, man, jumped all over that. They were clutching their pearls like it was like nobody's business. It was all like, "You're shooting black people," and somebody's like, "In Africa? My God!"
It's crazy.
Like, why can't we include everybody?
Well, you can't because there's protected classes.
Yeah, well, that's what they wanted to do. And I remember they said that they didn't even think Resident Evil 5 was going to be released because you're shooting black people. No, you're shooting infected zombies is what you're, infected people.
Shit.
Well, nobody had any problem with the Spaniards being rocked. I mean, come on. When you go
Exactly.
To that village,
or white people in Raccoon City. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it doesn't matter who they are. Set it in the proper settings. Do the right thing. This one worked. 5 worked because they were expanding the story. The incident already happened in Raccoon City, but we followed the main characters. We followed what Chris was doing. He caught on to something new. There was a new strain and even a new branch of this corporation. We found out that Wesker was moonlighting shit too. He hired Ada to steal secrets and sell them to this other company. There was other stuff going on. It's that intrigue that you want with survival horror. That's what it's supposed to be. That's why it worked. And they don't know how to do that anymore. The recipe that they have is just pure shit. It's, we have to fill a quota characters. None of it made sense. Yeah, it's really upsetting. But yeah, let's get back to these main characters and let's do a proper fucking adaptation, please, because it's ridiculous now. Here's Billy and Rebecca from Zero.
Yeah, see, this would be a cool series because like that train stuff was generally scary as shit. Like the opening cinematic where the dude's like sitting there looking out the window, and also the little jellyfish things like, it's like
dude, it was so much fun, and I love what they did too because that game there were no trunks either, so you couldn't just get your items. You'd have to drop them on the floor. Like they changed everything up, and it made a little more sense to it, but. You really have to choose and pick and decide what you're going to do, what weapons you're going to need, what items you need to get to the next areas. Like, it was fun, but again, the story was solid. They know what they were doing. So why is it so difficult for them to do this in film or shows? I don't get it.
Because you don't have the people who have any talent working on this. Like, you have activists. You have people that have a message to push instead of actually telling a good story.
Yeah.
They want to put their stink on it too. Like rather than like following.
Stinks.
Well, seriously, stinks. Like I can't remember who I was telling this to, but like when I worked in game development, we had concept artists that were like, they hey, do you know this property? It's like, yeah, this is how this character looks. This is aspects of this universe. Blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they put their own little spin on it, and it made it look nothing like what was actually in the books. And then, the people that were hiring us to like, make a game for their property are like, what the hell is this? This guy can't follow simple instructions. Like, like
it's nuts. Oh, Lasso, yeah. Have a great one. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be wrapping up pretty soon anyway, because we're about at the hour mark on today's streams. Sorry, Fridays are always shorter, but again, just had to get into a little bit of a rant on this because I'm sick of seeing one of my favorite franchises destroyed yet again. They can't help themselves. It's really bad. But Sunday we'll have a longer conversation. We'll jump into a bunch of different stuff. Draven, dude, yeah. If you want to get into any of that stuff too, just let me know. And we might have another. Go ahead.
They had a previous remake attempt with Jerry O'Connell in it, something Mockingbird Lane. Which was supposed to be like a Monsters remake, and it wasn't 100% faithful. It was its own kind of interesting spin on the monsters, but it looked a lot better because I saw the pilot episode. Yeah, it looked a lot better than whatever the hell that Rob Zombie thing was.
Oh Jesus!
Like that just looks like it's ridiculous. A self-parody.
Oh, and hold on for a second. So on top of all the other stupidity of what they turned this show into. And that she's studying them they're definitely going to mutate. Okay. Well, guess what? In the remake, they did. They were called Crimson Heads. They like reanimated twice. And when they did, they were more ferocious, more beast-like. Their nails grew longer. Like they were pulsating like blood veins and shit all over these guys. That was awesome. That was terrifying. It's all there already, and these people, they won't look at the source material, not for any level.
Nope.
No,
it's all superficial to them. They're just like, some guy's like, give me some names. Oh, there's a liquor or a lesbian. Okay, we'll put that in. There's what does this thing do? Okay, yeah. Well, Jill, yeah, she's got to go. She's white. Are there any non-white characters? Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's get rid of them.
Yeah, they're just it's brain dead. All right, here's Outbreak. This is I guess the second game. And again, you have characters in here. You could be diverse. You could do whatever you want. You could put that stuff in there. It's fine, and it could still work. But what they did was the opposite. They bastardized everything, and they changed all the characters.
Yep. So. Yeah, and then how dare anybody point it out? It's like somebody points out the Emperor is naked, and everybody just dogpiles him.
Yeah.
Racist. Oh, Istafo.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to continue making our own stuff, and we have fantastic projects, and you can get them right now. Shit, I got stuff. I have all my books shipped immediately. We have, I don't know if it's closed yet, but Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance, that's out there. Jump on it. I know Red's closing it up soon, but yeah, there's plenty of great stuff out there. Chris has got a fantastic project. Yeah, so if you want to tell them about that, go for it. I'll pull
Sweet. It yeah, we got 21 books left now, so they're going fast. In Thin Tail Chronicles, book 1. I can't believe it's been almost a year now since we kicked that off. It's been in demand now for quite a while, and we're running low on the physical perks.
Beautiful,
and when we do,
man.
and when we do, they're gone, man. We'll be releasing a floppy for Amazon, so anybody that's international that's interested in a physical copy, they won't get the nice white glove, perfect bound, thick covered version that you get here in the in-demand. But at least if you want the physical copy and you don't want to get charged an arm and a leg for absurd shipping charges, you can just grab it through Amazon. I'll post more news about that, when we get closer to closing down the campaign. But we're also working on book 2, and I mean we seem to be going pretty smoothly with that, and I'm hoping that when we have enough material, we can start up the mailing list, get people signed up for that, and then start putting out some more information about it. So I'm really excited to start showing that off, because in book 1, it's more of an introduction to the story. You get to know some of the characters. You get kind of the setup, the premise. And then in book 2, stuff starts really going wrong. So, that's going to be fun I'm just worried that, Indiegogo will like have to, force me to like censor my images or whatever, because shit goes wrong in book 2. We get some violence in there.
Yeah, it's crazy that they're trying to just censor everything now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like what do I do? Do I just put black bars over because we had some pretty violent stuff in book 1. As you can see, that multi-headed thing has its way with a couple of the heroes.
Yeah. That was some really cool shit, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this book a lot. Yeah, if you haven't, please jump on this. Don't sleep on it. He only has 21 left. Get the good ones, man. Get this high quality version. You're gonna kick yourself in the ass if you missed out on it. Plus, he still has these great acrylic standees left as well.
Oh yeah.
For Aslan, one of the main characters of the book. Beautiful stuff. I have mine. Love it. It's so good, and that's what we want. More stuff out there for again, people who want good material, good entertainment. It's out there. For those who, if you want something that has some zombie type shit in it, or that aesthetic, and it's totally different, totally new. City of Venus. This ships right away. I am working on the sequel as we speak. I got a 2-page spread that I started last night. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see what I'm cooking up for this one, because we're gonna get more into the sciencey bits of things, more about the main character, and more of this world and some of the other creatures and shit that are in it, and failed experiments and whatnot, and give you a little more of a taste of what's going on in that floating city. This book has a lot going on. It truly does, and you'll see just a bunch of really, really cool shit, things that I've been planning for a while. I'm excited to finally start to unravel more of this story for you guys and girls, and kind of where it's gonna all head. But yeah, and again, I do have a connecting universe of stuff. So in time, you'll see some of those elements. Some things are peppered here and there throughout other books as well. But yeah, it's a very lived-in kind of world that we have here with rich history, and yeah, you're gonna see it. I guarantee it, and it's gonna be awesome. So keep supporting if you could. I know this one's been out for a while, and like I said, I know it's time for the sequel, and that's what I'm working on now. Shadow of the Kraken is the newest book that's out there.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, that pirate book is it's something I'm very, very proud of. And if you guys have missed out on it, yeah, what are you waiting for? Jump on it. This thing is glorious. Everything is again painted to perfection. Looks like every page is like an actual cover. Like I made sure you guys are gonna get pulled into these worlds. Have one hell of a journey, and yeah, you're gonna get mad at some characters. You're gonna like some others. It's gonna be a roller coaster, but that's how it's got to be. You know, I want some good storytelling with a lot going on. I was getting into a conversation with someone else about what was gonna happen. Well, I was. Without spoiling things, I was trying to let this person know that I get even more into certain historical aspects as well. And they were like, holy shit, no way, that's really happening. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting in some really good stuff in these stories. So please continue to support these if you could. Truly, it's going to be a really, really special journey with all of this that we're doing right now. I know a lot of people have nothing but hype. Yeah, if you hate SJWs, back this, but no, I don't give a fuck. If you hate them, if you like them, I don't care. If you want good stories and good characters, then definitely pick up this stuff. There's no fake hype. There's nothing about fighting anything. You want good stories, you want good artwork, we have it. It's that simple. I don't care about labels and everything else because everyone seems to just make it about that 24/7, and that's the reason why you should back books. No, that's not the reason why you should back books. You should back books for the story, for the artwork, for the fun of what's going to happen, learning about these characters, the journeys they're going to take, the roller coasters. You know, you want growth, you want development between all this stuff and what's happening with certain characters, and you know, give them something to chew on. Anyway, I don't know. I could get into these words forever.
Yeah, I agree with you though, because like it shouldn't be YouTube merchandise. You know what I mean?
Right.
It should be like I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but like for me, it would be really nice that long after I'm gone, there's like something that's left of me where people are like, whoa, this is a really good story. You know, like, and I hate comparing myself to somebody like Tolkien because I'm not even in that league, but like Tolkien's been dead for how many decades now? And they're like, you know, you love Lord of the Rings, you know, like you like the stories, you like the art, you know, like Da Vinci's been dead for centuries, you know, but still love his art, you know.
Absolutely, man. Oh, Pale Rider's breaking my balls. He goes, Vinny's so humble. But really, the book is gorgeous. Yes,
yeah.
Thank you, man. You can compare this to any book that you want. Trust me. I'm confident in saying that. I know where my skills are, and I know what I've achieved with this stuff. I'm not taking Google
look
images.
Those skies.
Yeah, I'm not
water.
Exactly. Everything's painted. Either it's from my head or my own photos that I've taken. I studied and I tried to look at like how lighting affects everything, and I painted. What these other people do, they literally grab Google images and they put a pixelated thing in the background. They go, oh yeah, that's my background. Oh, isn't it great? No, that's cheap. It's shit.
Kit bash.
It's a grift. I hate that kind of stuff.
All of these books are gorgeous. I mean, and this is I'm someone who hasn't read a comic book since, you know, the early 1990s. So between the stuff I backed from you, from Nerium, from Red Gaze, I'm amazed at the quality. I'm amazed at the talent. It makes me so happy to come back to a genre that I haven't visited in maybe 30 years. So
wow,
I love it.
That means a lot. It truly does. And I know like what Red and Nerium have been doing, like the quality of their books are again spectacular. The storytelling. I'm with you. I stopped collecting books a while ago. I try to give a series a shot here or there, and it was like pulling teeth. It was so painful. I'm like, no, I'm not wasting my money on this shit. If anything, I would pick up like European books or creators I know that are doing like some kind of like a one shot or like a graphic novel that it has a complete story to it and they did something completely different. That's what I want. I don't want to see the same regurgitated shit because you know what it is. It's just it's political views. It's nonsense that they put in there. Chris talked about it on another stream. There was a note on the page going, "Oh, leave a political comment about blah 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 here." It's like
unsolicited opinions on Israel.
I mean, for real, like that's not what people want. And you could, it's poison. So we have to keep like our indie scene going in a strong way. There are too many grifters out there. There absolutely is. The Pale Rider. Yeah, again, some of these people, that's what it is. They're such sellouts. So buy my stuff for any reason that works. That's what they do. Like literally, we know there's a mega campaign that just hit. If the guy sold a new pair of underwear or new sneakers, it would have probably had similar numbers. Like, put out some quality stuff. Get behind it in a good way. Don't just be like, yeah, I hate blah blah blah. You should hate blah 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 too. Buy my book. What? No. Put out a good story, and I'll back your book.
We need to do the opposite. We need to encourage our friends, especially our friends with kids that are struggling with reading. I mean, one of my sons has dyslexia, and it was always a struggle with him. But until we found even classics like the Boxcar Children that were originally done in the in the 60s in graphic novel form. I mean, his introduction to the younger, less violent Marvel comics were just amazing to him because until he looked at that type of a book, reading was always a chore that he had no enjoyment out of. Yep. So, and there's so much that we can share with folks who, maybe just have kind of like me had walked away from something we loved as a kid. And
that's a fantastic point because I was the same way as a kid. I didn't like reading because it was all the mandatory stuff that they wanted to throw at us. When you first start learning, obviously. But I got into reading more. I had gotten sick I had a flu or something, and two family members went to a comic book store, got a bunch of books, and check these out. And you start thumbing through them, like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Oh, I want to know what's going on here. And you slowly start to get into it more. And that's it. You need something that's going to hook a kid, something that's interesting, something that's fun. And then it's going to get their imaginations going as well. Like Chris said, too. Look at Tolkien. Those stories, they're like timeless. All these years later, and we're still enjoying it. People read them every year. That's the stuff that you want. You want to be pulled into another world. You want to see what's going on. You want to live what these characters are living, breathing. It's like you could feel it all. Because when my imagination goes, that's it. I visualize everything of what's happening in a scene between these people. Should there be wildlife in here? Or if it's a science scene, you need certain things that have to represent that in a good way. And what's going to be interesting for the reader as well, not just with the words, but the camera angles that I choose to pick, how the characters are going to be speaking. Is there other references to other stuff? That's why I keep jumping genres as well, because I know like myself, I love pirate stuff, and I could never find really good pirate stuff when I was a kid. But I created my own, and I try to get close to, again, what kind of really happened. And then you have your comic book elements in there, your fantasy type stuff. You could do that stuff and make it work. The futuristic story I have, again, some influences are Resident Evil type stuff. There's other things that I can't mention yet, but you're going to see bigger surprises, other shit that really inspired me or were very intriguing to me and that I would like to see in these type of scenarios, in these type of worlds. But then again, where the characters are going, why pick certain characters as like the lead, or who's the villain, and what I'm showing and how they're going to develop. The backstories on stuff as well. So I'll be making references to other books. You'll see it between kind of what's going on, because it's about building that bigger universe. It's about things that people are going to, feel more attached to as well. Certain characters, that's the fun of it.
Yeah. Well, my hope is that, because like I'll tell you, like I got depressed as shit when all of my hobbies got hijacked because they suddenly became economically viable, and all the people that made fun of me for being a dork for being into this shit suddenly were into this stuff, and I needed to go because I'm an istophobish supremacist, whatever, cis, whatever. So it depressed the shit out of me. So I'm hoping, like my hope for what I'm creating is that it provides that escape. It provides when all of the shit has got, like all of the stuff that you've enjoyed has gone to shit. At least there's some indies out there that aren't necessarily interested in pushing their ideological views on you or pushing some social agenda or some Marxist garbage or whatever's out there. It's just a story, and I'm hoping that by creating my own, it's helped me. I mean, I'll tell you, maybe it's a selfish pursuit, but it's helped me in making it. It's less depressing when you're like, wow, this is a pretty cool story, and you're enjoying your own story because it was originally created by multiple people, and you're kind of reliving things from like almost 30 years ago. But my goal is that, my goal is that these people that aren't creating can look at these alternatives and be like, oh, I'm not, I'm able to escape now. I'm able to get that escapism that the mainstream stuff used to afford me until it turned into, like sermons.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. It's crazy. But yeah, Pale Rider, you said choose your own adventure books. That's what got him, reading as a kid. Yeah, there's so many different things, so many different outlets. Let's get back to creating in a proper way. Oh yeah, Dig Outlaw said it as well. Create for the ages, not for the fads. And that's another great point. Iceman Modeler, it's quality over politics. There's again, like, people know what they want. We just got to give them, just all this great stuff, and that's what we're doing here. We're doing it in spades. We need more eyes on all these projects, because again, there's ones that have those hype trains. I look into what the story is. All right, I want to know what the hype is. I look past the hype. I'm like, okay. I read a synopsis on one of these books. I'm like, that sounds like shit, and they didn't give me any information about the characters whatsoever. Why would I want to pick this up? Like, I'm sorry. I know people there's a lot of them that just follow. They just, okay, we're told to pick this up. Let's pick it up because we're fighting something else. It shouldn't be about fighting anything. It should be, you want good stories. You want good fun. You want things for, again, your kids, for yourself, stories that you could go back and read over and over again and get more out of them, and, more universes of characters and great stories. Yeah, you're going to get them. So here's another classic.
Same thing can be said about movies, Vinny.
Same, yeah.
Because I don't care what anybody says, and I will stand on this hill and die by myself if I have to. But I'm sorry, The Joker was not that good of a movie, and I swear everybody was just saying you got to go see this because it's anti-woke. It's anti-woke, and I think a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon of running and watching The Joker and proclaiming its greatness just for that simple fact alone. Because I haven't heard anybody talking about how they've rewatched The Joker 5 or 10 times. I have not heard it yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Tommy. I wasn't looking at any people's reviews or any of that shit. I went to see the movie with an open mind, clear head, whatever. Went in there, and it was a character study is what it was. And for a one-shot, one-off film, I enjoyed what it was and what they did. Is it accurate to everything in the books and stuff? Fuck no.
Not even close.
Not even close. But did I still enjoy it and where they went with it? Yeah. But am I going to sing its praise 24/7? No, because I know a lot of people, they don't like it, and it's also dealing with a subject matter that a lot of people have problems with, and it is mental health situations, which I also understand. But what they try to do, like you said, it's this hype shit. It's this, see it because of that. No, fuck you. If I'm going to go see a movie, it's because I want to clear my head of everything. I got so much going on all the time, juggling work all the time. I want to get lost in a film, and I want to know about these characters. I want to know what's going on in the story, where it's headed. It's a thinking piece as well. Those are the reasons why I enjoyed it. Do I understand why a lot of people didn't? Yeah, I totally do. Do I respect it? Absolutely. But these people, like you said, it's follow this, do that. Fuck you. I'm not a follower. I'm a doer. I'm a creator, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. If I like something, I'll tell you why. If I don't, I'll tell you why. That's just how it is. So.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder, like, how many of the books are actually read? Like, like Yeah, sure, you buy them and stuff. And granted, it's not my business what people do when they buy the books, but I'll tell you, man, it's super. Like it makes me feel really good, even when somebody tears into like the negative stuff, that they actually took the time to read the book that they purchased. You know, they didn't just buy it because somebody told them to. They bought it because it looked like something they were interested in.
Yep.
No, I know what you're saying there, Chris. I'm sure that there are some people that just do that. Everybody else is backing her, or this looks like a good person to back, and they just back it just to back it. And I myself have never done that, and I'm actually very picky about which books or comics I'm going to back. I just don't back every single one of them. There's a few people that I have backed, and I'm kind of regretting the decision of backing them, and I've actually considered pulling my backing from them. But
I feel called out.
Everybody that I have backed and I've gotten their books, I've read them all. Some of them I've read over multiple times. I've told Vinny how many times before Shadow of Kraken came out that I reread Through the Woods.
Oh, yeah.
I kept rereading that one over and over because I enjoyed it so much.
That's a coffee table book.
Yeah, I've reread Shadow of Kraken through quite a few times through already as well. I've gone through Affinitale. I've gone through Wings of Vengeance quite a few times. I recently finished, actually not recently, it was like a week or so ago. It was when I first got sick. Odega's book finally came back to you. The first copy I got from Amazon was so twisted up. It looked like somebody was bending it in different directions and then threw it in the box and mailed it from Amazon. So I got a replacement from that when I was sick. And like within less than a week, I'd read that all the way through. Enjoyed the shit out of it. It was a damn good book.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. See, and that's what's awesome, man. That's what we're doing here. But yeah, sorry guys, we got a little bit preachy too. But again, this is something that hits close to home because we're creators, we're people who enjoy all that stuff, and we hate seeing it just get shot all over. It's ridiculous. But we're gonna keep giving you great stuff, more cool conversations. We'll get into more stuff on Sunday as well. But later tonight, we're gonna be headed over to the Clown World Review around a little bit after 8, I believe. So, yes. Tony, you want to tell the good people about that?
Yeah, come join us for Liar's Life in a Rocket Ship, where we're going to be talking about a few things I want to hit tonight, actually. Number one, it feels like recently the media has really been trying to push Ron DeSantis as the anti-Trump, trying to cause a fracture within the American First movement. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. And also Ray Epps. He's been in the news recently.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that. And what else do we have here?
What about the two dudes who lost a bet?
Hold on. What bet?
The image that I posted in the DMs. The French ambassadors.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean we have Biden talking about the honor of the thing that happened in Germany back in the day.
Oh God,
6 million people. I don't know if I should say it on YouTube or not. And we've
shut it down.
Yeah, he was trying to shake hands with Complete Air yesterday, and that ain't the first time he's done that. So
you gotta learn to honor the Holly Berry Coast.
Yes. The Holly Berry Coast.
Oh God.
Oh, it's something else. But yeah, guys, get ready because it's going to be one of those conversations, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Yes.
And also, yes, please support Adega's books as well on Amazon. They are amazing.
Oh yeah.
Evolution, Blood Witch.
Yeah,
damn it! I need to back that damn. I keep forgetting to. But it's there, and he keeps saying it's going to be there for a while. So yeah.
Well, stop screwing around, Vinny, and back it right now. Do it now.
All right, guys, hold on.
It's funny you mentioned those books because I'm almost gonna rename my to be still left to read shelf as my YouTube shelf. It's all you guys. It's awesome.
That's fantastic. And yeah, Tina, if you want to tell them anything else or where to find you, let her rip.
Oh, well, thank you. As always, I appreciated the link. It's wonderful to hang out with you guys, especially after the crazy work week that I usually have. Technology is fun, but not always. If you'd like to, please follow me on Twitter. You can find me at Tina Bojan. And like we've been talking about, please support all the rest of the guys and the work that they're doing, and gals when we include Nerium too, because it's great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Tina, just imagine how much crazier your work would be if you were a vibrator consultant tester.
Wait,
oh
what?
My! I'll have to digest that one for a little bit.
Don't they call that one the President of the United States?
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Nice. Yeah, Pale Rider. Yeah, I agree with you as well. I would prefer to see DeSantis at this point, but I like Rand Paul as well. So I think a ticket with DeSantis and Paul would be good. That's my take. But yeah, that's still good. There are great people out there. So yeah, it's not just the Orange Man. But speaking of Orange Man, yeah, Samba Gogo, yes, of course. Liam and Mangachan, they're always there's an open invite for them 24/7. Because they are good friends and good people. And yeah, so don't believe any horseshit lies that you hear. It's just people trying to be salacious to
don't believe them. The hype.
It's just nonsense is what the fuck it is. But yeah, he's working hard. They're working hard on amazing books. So get ready for even more cool shit. Yeah, and yeah, I've been training Yuka here and there as well. And yeah, her artwork just keeps getting better and better. Love what they're doing. But yeah, Pale Rider, he likes Rand Paul as well. Yes. That dude is one of the few that are actually fighting in a good way, and that is awesome. But you know who's a fighter here? Right there. This guinea pig.
What up, y'all? You probably noticed that everything's gone out of your fridge. It was me and the guinea pigs. I'm trying to upload stuff, but I'm still having problems with the internet provider. But I will be returning with more of Rorschach's journal entries. A lot of people seem to like that one. That pig is getting more attention than I am, and he is drawing new subs to the channel every day. That pig is amazing. Who would have thought that he would have surpassed Cringer as being the go-to pig on the channel? I never would have imagined that one. But I tell you what, I was actually kind of shocked. Lasso was kind enough to actually put the promotion out yesterday for Collectible Pass because I just couldn't do it because of the internet. And I just happened to look on her page when she posted that link, and I seen it was like 749. I was like, what? It wasn't that before. So then I looked again, and it was like over 750. I was like, oh, okay, sweet. Beautiful. That's nice. They're coming for the pigs. The pigs are there for you. Just remember that, people. The pigs are always there on the channel for you. But I got a whole bunch more stuff that I'm going to be throwing up there soon as this internet cooperates with me, and I got a whole bunch more stuff with the battle bots going up there. I tell you what, a big shout out to Hexbug and their ability to stand behind their products, because I had problems with about 4 different Hexbugs battle bots. Contacted them, got a hold of their customer service. They told me who to email everything to, explain the problems. They took care of everything. They had me mail all these battle bots to me, and they mailed me brand new ones that were actually better than the ones that I originally purchased. How the hell does that happen?
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That is yeah. That's a plus. That's a win.
Oh, it is a big win. The one in particular that I was really hoping was going to come back strong was the Tombstone that I'd got. It was the updated version with black with a blue blade. That thing was so powerful, the weapon motor on that thing, it actually took pieces of one of the other battle bots and threw it completely across my house. Like it went out of the dining room, through the living room, and I had to look under shit to find it.
Jeez. Holy crap. That's nuts. Oh, Papa Cotton. Yeah, man. What's up, brother? Yeah, we're doing our sign-offs now anyway, but yeah, go back, check it out if you want. We slapped Resident Evil in the face pretty hard. Yeah, we had some minor rants, I would say. But yeah, Iceman Modeler, yeah, whatever happened to Hans Cock. He'll be back. I started the stream with him. We sent him a good old happy birthday. But yeah, I'll do some more videos. It's just I've been busy again. I started work on City of Venus 2 and juggling a few other things, so I hadn't had a chance to make more videos. And trust me, there's a few topics I wanted to hit, But I might still do it. I just need to make the time for it. But that being said, I have some stuff to take care of before Tony's stream. So everybody, thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, around 8 o'clock or a little bit after, check out the Clown World Review. Go subscribe to his channel if you haven't. We're going to talk some pretty interesting stuff over there. And make sure to subscribe to Tommy's channel. Tune into all of our great stuff. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tony, Tommy, Chris, everyone in chat. We love you people out there. Sunday we'll be back with some more good stuff. And we'll close this one out with good old Mel Brooks.
Oh, Your Majesty.
How's it going, Marie? It's good to be the king. It's good to be the king.